Hungry Coyote originated from a morning walk, my morning walks that I take every day when I'm in town. And about half a mile from my house, there is a lake. And I like to go and see how the lake changes during the seasons. So that was the impetus for the story. Watching the lake in the different seasons, seeing the waterfowl in the spring and the fall, and watching the leaves change color. And then one winter, because I like to walk outside even when it's cold, one winter I saw a coyote walking across the ice on the lake, and that intrigued me. I was curious to know how this coyote was living in a suburban area of a city. I wanted to know, what he ate, how did he live among people, how did he keep himself safe. And so I started to do research and discovered that coyotes have moved into cities, and almost every major urban area in the United States now has a coyote population. So I just did lots of research about urban coyotes as well as coyotes in the wild, and most of that is what I call going down the research rabbit hole. I probably found out more about urban coyotes than I needed to write the book, but it was intriguing to me. Writers have great imaginations, and they're curious and very observant. And because I was writing about this specific lake, that's what's in my head when I've written the story. And so I write the story, and then the publisher buys the story, and I work with an editor, and I do any revisions they want. And then when the manuscript is final, they will choose an illustrator. And so actually the illustrator of this book is Laurie Caple, who lives in Wisconsin. And she came to the Twin Cities, and she did lots of research about locations. So when you read the story, it just specifies a lake. There isn't much other than it's a lake and that there are people nearby. And so Laurie went into Minneapolis, and she particularly liked Theodore Wirth Park. So if you look at the cover of the book, this illustration is Theodore Wirth Park. So Laurie did research about coyotes too, and she looked at locations that she would be likely places. Down at the lake, the ice groans and thumps. Sloppy snowflakes tumble and twirl, clumping on hats, mittens, and eyelashes. Children slip, slide, and glide. Coyote slinks towards slick ice. Wary and watchful, he sneaks past the crowd. At the shore, voles scurry through secret tunnels. Coyote creeps between snow-frosted trees. He listens, sniffs, and leaps. Fwump! No vole for Coyote today. No rabbits, mice, or squirrels either. A bitter wind scours the lake. Hungry Coyote howls for the spring. If you're interested in coyotes, especially I'm all about getting children to learn about nature. I love being out in nature, and people think that in a city you can't see nature. That's not true. In a city park, you can see birds and squirrels and rabbits. You can see bugs on the sidewalk. So I'm all about encouraging children to be observant and see what's around them and be curious and then find out about that. And so as far as coyotes go, they would be one of the things that, well, did you hear that weird howling last night? Well, what might that have been? One of the things I hope from my book is that children will become more familiar with coyotes and will become interested in them.